Yo, what's up guys, Fury here, and this is the first part to my Elemental Shaman guide. It's just a beginner's guide for anyone that's trying out Shaman for the first time ever. I'll go through some of the core abilities. You got Flame Shock, Lightning Shield, Air Shock, Lava Burst, and Lightning Bolt. That's your main rotation. Well, Lightning Shield you keep on yourself, and then these are part of your main rotation. I'll talk about that later. I'll move on to talents first. For the first tier, I picked Astral Shift. This is just a defensive ability tier. I like Astral Shift. That's what so I usually keep that on. You can try it the other two if you want. Just use whatever you're comfortable with there. The next tier is a CC tier. This one would help. Well, it depends on the fight really. Frozen Power if you need to root things. Same with Earth Grab if you need to root things. And then there's this thing if you need, to be immune to like slows and stuff. But just use whatever you need for the certain fight. For the next tier, I chose Totemic Restoration. When your totem is replaced or destroyed that's on the ground, you get the cooldown reduced up to 50% of the maximum. I'll just read it out because that'll be easier. Alright, when a totem is replaced or destroyed before its duration expires, naturally its cooldown is reduced to the in proportion to the lost duration, up to maximum 50% of the full cooldown. So basically, I'm trying to find one here that would, this one. So let's say I put this one down and then I destroy it. It's only got a 14-second cooldown instead of 30-second cooldown. So it's pretty cool. There's not many totems that will probably come in handy for with Elemental, but I just keep it on anyway. You could try the other two if you want, but alright. So the next tier, the best talent usually is Echo of the Elements, which is kind of like your mastery, and it just fires an extra ability. Like if you say you use Lightning Bolt, it'll fire another Lightning Bolt, like duplicating the spell's effect and whatnot. And it'll just do more damage. Well, it's just more damage basically. So and then Ancestral Swiftness isn't that great really, but Elemental Mastery can come in handy if you need a lot of burst. But outside of hero, because if you stack it with hero, it's not that good. But yeah, if you need burst outside of hero, that would be a nice ability, and a nice ability to use. For the next tier, this is your healing tier. Most of the time, Ancestral Guidance is the best talent. I was just using Healing Tide, but the main reason this is better is because it can do just as much healing as Healing Tide Totem, but it's on a minute less cooldown. It basically just does damage as you heal. It does healing as you damage. So, but if you can't always do, 100% damage that you would normally do, when you need healing, Healing Tide Totem would come in handy. So, I just use whichever one you need. For the next tier, you mainly want to use Elemental Blast for a single target, and then Primal Elementalist for AoE. So yeah, most of the time you'd probably have Elemental Blast on, and then you might switch to Primal Elementalist every now and then. So anyway, I'll go through my glyphs I use. I use the Chain Lightning Glyph, Fire Elemental Totem Glyph, and the Lightning Shield Glyph. The Lightning Shield Glyph is just for reduced damage taken really. It just helps out the heals a little bit. There's probably other ones you could take, but yeah, I just have that one on. Chain Lightning, basically this hits more targets, but deals a bit less damage. It's worth it if there's 5 targets, but if there's less than 5 targets, it's not really worth using that glyph. So, but for a heavy AoE situation where there's a lot of targets, that'll be a really good glyph. And Chain Lightning also gets affected by mastery, of course, and for Echo of Elements. Shaman AoE is really good, especially with that glyph. And then Fire Elemental Totem, it just reduces the duration and cooldown by 40%, so you can use it more often and it lasts a bit less. But it's good for if you have this talent as well, Elemental Mastery. Every other Elemental Mastery, you can use Fire Elemental Totem, so you can tie that together, and that's pretty good burst. Like I said, if you need burst, that's a really good thing to do. So yeah, they're my glyphs, they're my talents, and I'm gonna go through the stat priority. Of course, you want your hit cap, and then it's intellect, and then mastery and haste, and then crit. Although, when I was looking up this, a lot of different people use haste before mastery, and some people go mastery haste mastery. So I don't know. If you have to find out for yourself. I think it depends on your gear really. So, but I think I normally go mastery. I think I've got more mastery than haste. Yeah, only a little bit. I don't know. I like the mastery. The mastery is really cool. You can end up firing loads of lightning bolts after, like. I'm not getting the proc, but yeah. There we go. Fire 2. It's cool. So yeah, mastery's good, and haste, and then crits your worst stat. So just see what works for you, obviously, and then yeah. So the rotation, or it's not really a rotation, it's more of a priority. You know what you want to do is you want to keep flame shock on the target, and then you want to use lava burst on cooldown. Then you want to use elemental blast. Then you want F shock if you're at 6 or 7 stacks of lightning shield, and then you want to use lightning bolt as your filler. So basically, I can't cancel because of the right. So yeah, put that on target, lava burst, and then I was meant to elemental blast, and you can use that, and then you keep using lightning bolt as your filler. If you get them procs, use that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There'll be a video after this that's me doing the rotation on like in a red environment on a boss and whatnot, so you can understand it easier. If you've got 2 targets, you want to keep flame shock on both targets, and just do you single target rotation. But instead of using lightning bolt as your filler, you use chain lightning. And that's the same with 3 targets. If you've got 3 targets, you want to keep flame shock on everybody, and then just use chain lightning. Any more than 3, and you probably want to just spam chain lightning over and over again. That's probably the best thing you can do. 4, I don't know, maybe at 4 you might not want to spam chain lightning, but definitely at 5+ you want to spam chain lightning. You might want to put magma totem down as well, but you know, it's whatever. So yeah, and we got elemental shaman's got some nice cooldowns. Obviously before I mentioned fire elemental totem, that's a good one. There's ascendance, which basically means that lava burst has no cooldown, so you can spam that. You got stormlash totem and heroism, which you want to use together. Usually, that's like a raid, it's your raid cooldown. There's also searing totem, which you also want to keep that down all the time as well. So as long as during your rotation, or you want to have searing totem down all the time, it's just a bit of extra damage. It doesn't do like a lot, but it's not going to attack it, is it? Attack it. So we can see. There we go. It does 5k per hit, but you know, it's 5k that you can have like just there for a minute, and then you can put it down again. So it's like, I don't know how many strikes it does within that minute, but you know, it's just there. You know, you want to keep it down all the time. You want to have flame tongue weapon imbue. You want lightning shield all the time, and I think that's everything that I can think of. Oh yeah, you got Spirit Walker's Grace. That's a nice cooldown for movement phases or whatever. So you know, you can cast lava burst. You can always cast lightning bolt while moving anyway, so that's quite nice. But this is better for keeping your DPS up while moving, of course. And yeah, I think that's everything. There's other moves of the course, which but that's just general shaman moves. There's earthquake and a lot. Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm's quite good. It gets you mana. You can get mana back, but it's also good for AOE, I guess. So yeah, there'll be a video after this. That's me doing the rotation, or the single target rotation. Yeah, so you can understand it easier. I'll go for it now. So I'm gonna put flame shock on, lava burst, elemental blast, and then just use lightning bolt as my filler. I've got 7 stacks, so I'll use earth shock, and then lava burst came off cooldown, so I'll use that again. I'm gonna pop this thing and this thing. Just to show you. And this looks really cool. Look at that. Ascendance is one of my favourite moves, just because of how cool you look when you use it. So yeah, you just want to spam that, and then when that runs out, you go back to your normal rotation, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The next video, there'll be an annotation for the next video, so you can check out that if you want. And if this guide has helped, then leave a like and whatnot. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Goodbye.